Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Courtroom Files Live. We are going to start our day in Miami-Dade, where Mr. Guest Judge is sitting in for Judge Glazer.
Tell me first, a long time ago. Go ahead, counsel. Your name for the record, sir.
For the record, Your Honor, Juan Morin on behalf of Mr. Enriquez. This next on the calendar, Judge. I have not had the benefit of reviewing the arrest affidavit.
You wanna
Page 16, page 16.
Okay.
page 16. I apologize. You
Looks at it. 30 seconds is all I need.
yes, sir. Let me hand over the A report to counsel. Are there any other lawyers on Zoom? Because I do not know. And by the way, while we wait for any lawyer on Zoom to let us know whether you're there, there was a gentleman that stood up earlier on. I don't know who he was or who he was here for. Yes. Oh, okay. Huh?
And Mr. Morin, let me know if you want to agree to a bond amount on Enriquez.
Sure. What
After
do
you
you have in
finish
mind?
reading.
What do you have in mind? Nothing.
Maybe 5,000 each count.
That's fine. Done.
Does he need an interpreter?
No,
Sorry.
he speaks English.
No, he speaks English, Judge.
Mr. Enriquez, do you speak English?
Yes.
All right, you're charged with organized fraud and insurance fraud, stage accident. Your bonds, I found probable cause, your bonds will be $5,000 on each of these two counts. Thank you. Nice meeting you, counsel.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good luck to you, Mr. Enriquez. I have one out of order. LaShonda Ryland. Oh, what do you have, man?
Barbara, thank you for gifting the membership. Very much appreciated.
Number 21, Ismar Gonzalez. And on page 14, item number 42, Middleton Ochoa Vasquez.
Corrections, did you get that?
So who are we calling next?
Well, let's see if corrections can pull these individuals. Corrections, can you pull Ismar Gonzalez on page 8? And Ms. Hardiman, who was the other defendant?
Nelson Ochoa Vasquez on
Page
page
14.
Okay, so corrections, can you please work on getting them?
We got it.
Okay.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, ma'am.
Senate Hardiman on behalf of the state. I'm asking for an increased bond.
Miss.
Hold on a second, let's wait for the defendants. They're not here yet.
So which one are we calling now?
Whichever you bring in, I will recognize them.
Okay. This is Ismar Gonzalez. What page is he on?
8.
Okay. And is he a private attorney present?
There's an assistant state attorney present in the courtroom.
Speak English. Spanish interpreter, please.
Present.
This is on a warrant?
No, Judge, it was a probable cause arrest. We were working on a warrant and had the opportunity to make the arrest. My lead detective may be on Zoom. Detective Overgosa from Miami-Dade Sheriff.
Está explicando la fiscal auxiliar que está presente en el tribunal. Después de preguntar al juez si esto era un caso por una orden de arresto, explica que no, que esto es un arresto por causa fundada. Estaban haciendo la investigación y tratando de procurarse la orden de arresto. El investigador debe estar conectado al Zoom, le indica la fiscal al juez.
Judge, can we inquire of Mr. Gonzalez if he has the funds to hire a private attorney?
Pide a la defensa que por favor se le pregunte a usted si tiene los fondos necesarios para contratarse a un abogado privado.
Sí, correcto. Mi familia ya lo...
Perdón, señor, hable directo al micrófono que no le escucho.
Sí, mi familia ya otorgó un abogado.
Yes, my family already retained an attorney.
Do you know their name?
¿Sabe usted el nombre de ese abogado?
No, aún no he tenido oportunidad de que me lo den.
No, I haven't had the opportunity for them to tell me.
Madam Prosecutor,
Yes.
count two is organized fraud, 20,000 or more.
Yes.
Can you tell me of the A and B report, arrest and booking report? Where's the amount stated?
The amount.
Se le pide entonces a la fiscal, I'm sorry, counsel for the interpreter. El juez le pide a la fiscal que está presente en el tribunal, fiscal, la acusación número 2 es fraude organizado, hablando de $20,000 o más. La fiscal asiente, indica que sí. Le pide al juez, por favor, indíqueme usted dónde aparece en el informe de arresto y fichaje la cantidad indicada.
Paragraph 2. I see it is $21,000 approximate financial loss.
Judge, would you like me to have my staff contact his family to see what lawyer they hired so they can be present on his behalf?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, for a second for the interpreter. Entonces indica el juez, ya lo he encontrado, se indica que es aproximadamente unos $21,000 de pérdidas económicas o financieras. Pide la defensa, su señoría, ¿usted le gustaría que yo me comunicara o tratara de comunicarme con la familia del señor a ver si el abogado pudiera estar presente a nombre de él?
Well, that assumes that they have hired an attorney,
Well, he indicated they did, Judge, so.
right? But I think.
Esto sería asumiendo de que ellos sí contrataron a un abogado. Bueno, su señoría, el señor nos acaba de indicar que sí que lo hicieron.
How about if the court does this? I would assume that if a lawyer had been hired by the family, it would have been here. So I will then assume that the family has not hired a lawyer, and I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent him for the purposes of this hearing.
Okay,
¿Qué tal si esto es lo que yo hago? Yo asumiría que si la familia ha contratado a un abogado, tal abogado estaría acá presente. Y al no estar el abogado acá presente, pues asumo que no han contratado a tal abogado y yo le asignaría al abogado de oficio para que les represente durante esta audiencia. ¿Qué tal eso? Y la defensora que está junto a usted asiente.
Madam Counsel, may we proceed?
yes, Judge.
¿Podemos proceder, defensa? Sí.
I'll hear from the state.
Fiscalía.
In this case, I'm asking for an increased bond with a NEBI. I want to make sure that does not get removed. Right now, we are up to 16 victims. We expect that this is going to increase. We're getting information from the Florida bar.
Madam Interpreter.
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor, right away. En estos momentos, su señoría, la fiscalía está solicitando una fianza incrementada o una fianza elevada y además que se ponga el requerimiento Nevia y con una nota que no se puede retirar el requerimiento Nevia. En estos momentos hemos llegado hasta 16 víctimas y esperamos que incremente el número de las víctimas. Estamos recibiendo todavía información con relación al Colegio de Abogados.
Okay, before we proceed, counsel, a NEBIA hearing is a hearing that the court must conduct if anybody is going to post a bond to verify that the bonds that are being posted or used to release the defendant are not illicitly obtained.
Se le explica, señor, que una audiencia Nevia es un requerimiento que ha de imponer el tribunal en el dado caso que una persona vaya a pagar fianza para asegurarse que los fondos que van a ser utilizados para garantizar esta liberación no han sido obtenidos de forma ilícita.
Counsel?
Judge, I also believe this defendant to be a flight risk for two reasons. One, he has outstanding warrants from North Carolina for the same thing.
Su señoría, además, este acusado lo considero como un riesgo de huida por dos razones. La primera es porque él tiene órdenes de arresto pendientes todavía que se originan del estado de Carolina del Norte por razones similares.
And the second reason is that I understand there is a detainer and a deportation order for him. And if he bonds out, he will be deported and he will not face justice here. Our victims deserve to have their days void.
Y la segunda razón es porque él está teniendo una retención por parte de las autoridades migratorias con vistas a deportación, y si él fuese a salir bajo fianza, pues sería deportado y nuestras víctimas no tendrían el derecho o la oportunidad de que se hiciese justicia, y se lo merecen.
What is your recommended bond?
¿Qué recomienda usted como fianza fiscal?
What I did, Judge, is that for the 16 victims at $5,000 apiece, that would be $80,000 if I charged it that way, with an extra 10 for the practicing law without a license and a 10 for the organized fraud. At that point, realizing I could not convict on all the grand thefts and the organized fraud, I would have to choose. So that's how I came up with that amount.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. Counsel needs to break up the statement. The interpreter reached until 10,000 for practicing law without a license. The interpreter is going to interpret up until that point, and then after that, counsel, you will have to repeat.
Fine.
Su señoría, teniendo en cuenta las 16 víctimas, si fuésemos a asignar fianza de $5,000 por cada una de las víctimas, eso ascendería a unos $80,000, adicionando $10,000 por haber estado ejerciendo leyes, abogacía, sin la licencia pertinente.
So, the counsel for the defendant, what say you?
Well, Judge,
Your
first of all,
Honor, I'm sorry, Ms. Corey. Your Honor, for the interpreter, there was a portion the interpreter advised the state that needed to be repeated after the $10,000 for practicing law without a license. The state said something else that need to repeat for the interpreter.
An additional $10,000 for the organized fraud.
Además de $10,000 más adicionales por el delito de fraude organizado.
Counsel for the defendant?
so first of all, Judge, I don't know where the state is coming up with stating that Mr. Gonzalez has a detainer. I don't see any detainer in C, just corrections. Is there any ICE hold or detainer for Mr. Gonzalez?
Entonces, su señoría, no sé yo de dónde saca la fiscalía que tenemos aquí una retención a nombre del señor González. Yo no veo nada en nuestro sistema electrónico Citrus y correccionales. ¿Tenemos alguna retención por parte de ICE, según sus siglas en inglés?
Judge, I spoke with HSI yesterday.
Corrections, does he have an immigration hold?
It's not on the jail card. No, he don't.
Okay.
Indica penitenciarios que en la tarjeta de cárcel no aparece ninguna retención por parte de migración.
And corrections, is Mr. Gonzalez held on any out-of-state fugitive warrant?
No.
Se le pregunta a correccionales si el señor González está retenido además por alguna orden de fugitivo de algún otro estado fuera de este estado. Correccionales indica que no.
So Judge, I don't see the basis for the state's claims on these two items in
Well,
addition.
let me ask what the basis is.
I spoke with HSI
I'm sorry,
yesterday.
counsel, I'm so
Oh,
sorry. I'm sorry, Your Honor, for interrupting so much, but the interpreter has to interpret everything that's being said. Entonces indica la defensa a su señoría, no veo que haya aquí ningún fundamento o base para las alegaciones o reclamos que está presentando la fiscalía. Permítame preguntarle a la fiscal entonces.
Judge, I spoke personally with HSI yesterday on both these defendants. And I also, my paralegal, I did not personally speak with Burlington, North Carolina, where the two warrants are out of, but they are confirmed, and I do have the NCIC, which does show open warrants.
What are the warrants for?
Indica entonces la fiscal, su señoría, conversé ayer con el departamento HSI, según sus siglas en inglés. Además, mi paralegal, no yo personalmente, se comunicó con los estados de Carolina del Norte y también habló con Burlington, indicando estas órdenes de arresto pendientes, y verifiqué la base nacional de datos de antecedentes penales donde comparece esta orden.
Also for fraud, both cases, and in both cases, he posed as an attorney and is not one, and took money from victims.
And what are the
En
warrants?
ambos casos de fraude, él se representó ante las víctimas como abogado y aceptó dinero de parte de ellas para ejercer como abogado.
What are the bonds in those cases?
¿Cuál
I
es la
do-
fianza en esos casos?
I do not have that information, Judge.
Okay. But there's a
No tengo
warrant,
esa información, su señoría.
but there's a warrant outstanding.
Yes, Judge, two.
Well, two warrants for two different counts.
Pero sí están esas órdenes de arresto pendientes. Sí, son dos por las dos acusaciones.
Counsel, I know that you just been,
I would imagine if there are warrants,
Not to interrupt, but Barbara just chatted that she needs to leave, and I wanted to say thank you to her. She's gifted 3 memberships today, and she made a donation on our website earlier this morning. So, Barbara, I appreciate it. Safe travels to you, and try to feel better.
Señoría, yo le indicaría de que de haber alguna orden de arresto no tienen extradición, no están pidiendo que sean extraditables, dado que entonces hubiese aparecido en las indicaciones de la base nacional de datos que se pondría la retención, aparecería a través del Departamento de Órdenes de Arresto de fuera del estado por fugitivo y hubiera estado en su calendario en la mañana de hoy para órdenes de fugitivos.
while that may be correct, for purposes of setting a bond, that is evidence that there are warrants outstanding against them for the same offenses in other states.
Aunque eso es correcto, para propósitos de la fianza es suficiente evidencia estas órdenes pendientes y además los indicios de delitos similares en otros estados.
So Judge, I would ask for standard bond for each of the 3 counts, $2,500 for count 1, $7,500 for count 2, and $7,500 for count 3.
Pues, su señoría, yo le estaría solicitando la fianza preestablecida o estándar en cada una de las 3 acusaciones, $2,500 el cargo 1, $7,500 el cargo 2 y $7,500 el cargo 3.
And Judge, for the state to want to increase the bond because there may be new cases coming forward or new allegations coming forward, if they do come forward and they file a sworn affidavit, then he'll be back before this court and a bond will be set based upon whatever allegations are in that arrest warrant.
Y su señoría, para que la fiscalía se presente aquí solicitando un incremento de la fianza basados en que quizás vengan casos nuevos y que estarán llegando nuevas acusaciones, eso sencillamente se resuelve con que cuando ellos presenten esos nuevos casos, entonces se vuelve a presentar al señor ante su señoría con una declaración juramentada y se le impone la nueva fianza.
All right, the court finds probable cause as to counts 1, 2, and 3. I will set a bond of $5,000 on count 1, $7,500 on count 2, $50,000 on count 3.
Muy bien, este tribunal determina que existe motivo fundado en las acusaciones 1, 2 y 3 y se establece la fianza en el orden siguiente: $5,000 en el cargo 1, $7,500 en el cargo 2 y $50,000 en el cargo 3.
With the Nebia, Judge?
With a Nebia
Con
hearing
una nevia, con un
requirement.
requerimiento de audiencia nevia.
Do you have any other cases?
Yes.
Oh, that's the final one.
Show that.
All right, good morning once again, everybody. Welcome to the Courtroom Files Live. Happy Friday. I would like to direct your attention, to the pinned chat. It's Friday. My brain is already starting to shut down for the weekend. Go to the pinned chat. There's a link to TCF Bingo. Don't just watch, play along. It's a fun way to interact. You can play bingo as you watch court, mark off things as you see them. Good competition, good fun. And frankly, Michael needs somebody to play against him because so far this morning he is the only one who's picked up a bingo card. So go check that out again, the pinned chat, tcfbingo.com, and play along as you watch. So it's a slower start out in the courts this morning, though more and more are starting to come online. Good news for later for the channel regulars. Dungeon Court is in session. But for now, let's go to Michigan and Judge Middleton. He is doing pretrials.
Is there an offer of impaired?
There's an offer of an OWI first. We need to, based on some information I have from my client, I need to double check the prior conviction. But we're also going to get some assessments done in the meantime.
All right, very good. Mr. Wisk, you're good to go. Stay in contact with your lawyer. Are you still at Clet Road, Constantine?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I don't see that you owe me any money, so you're good to go. We'll set that on a Thursday afternoon. Don't yet know when that is. but we'll give you notice of it. All right, you're good to go.
Thank you. Your Honor.
All right. Keyshawn Rhodes. Good morning, sir. This is file number 25111 SD, People versus Keyshawn Rhodes. Here with his lawyer, Mr. Timothy George. Mr. Rhodes got charged on a formal complaint alleging that on or about May 11th, he was operating on Frank Jones Road, which is where the cattle dairy farm is, on May 11th while intoxicated. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 6 points on your driver's license and requires that your license be suspended. It appears the prosecutors agreed to reduce that to a lesser charge of impaired driving. Is that correct, Mr. George?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Which is better for the defendant. Impaired driving is also a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $300 rather than $500. Carries 4 points rather than 6, and most importantly, allows you to keep a restricted driver's license to drive to and from and in the course of employment. You understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to that charge?
No, sir.
Or promise you anything?
No.
You heard me go through the advice of rights and you provided me with a signed copy of them. Do you understand that you'll be giving those rights up by entering this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. George, I appreciate the signed advice of rights. It saves me 5 minutes
Yes,
in
sir.
each case. All right, according to this, it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and not much good happens at 3 a.m. on May 11th. May 11th was a Saturday night into Sunday morning. Jimmy Buffett says there's a fine line between Saturday night and Sunday morning. And they pulled you over Leland and Frank Jones Road. Where were you? How'd you happen to be out there?
I was just trying to make it back home to Kalamazoo.
Where were you coming from?
I was down at my mom's house.
All right. Well, there's a way to get there from there, but it's pretty convoluted. You'd gone off the side of the road. They gave you a breath test and the PBT was 167 and the breath test was 195. Is that true?
Yeah.
What were you drinking?
A lot. Beers and probably vodka.
Takes a lot to get your blood alcohol to 0.195. It is a long way from Sturgis to Kalamazoo going through there. Fortunately, you went off in a ditch. Fortunately, you didn't hurt yourself or anybody else. The law requires that I set this for what's called screening and sentencing. So we'll pick a date, probably into September. Vacation season is mostly over. I have to get through conference week. Let's see what works for Mr. George. Oops. October. How about Monday, September 15th at 11? Does that work?
I have status conferences that morning, Your Honor.
No.
I'm open on the 22nd.
All right. That should work, and we'll try to set your cases for 9/22. What do you do, Mr. Rhodes? I think you told me at your arraignment, but I forgot.
Yeah, I'm working at Summit College up in Forest.
Okay.
Your Honor, did you say 10:30 or 11?
11.
Okay.
I do some other ones at 10:30, but I do the drinking driving ones at 11 to give the probation department time to finish this report if needed. All right, if you take the whole day off, you can go to the fair after you get sentenced. Monday, September 22nd is Fair Week. All right, I'm going to send you out to the court office with this, and I'll set you up for what's called screening and sentencing. It's a pretty good plea offer for an accident with a high blood alcohol level. Are you on probation or parole anyplace else?
No.
Are you still at the Angelo Avenue address?
Correct.
All right, you're all good. I'll see you on the 22nd.
All right, thank you, sir.
Judge Middleton has an unappreciated sense of humor. Get sentenced, go to the fair, make a day of it. I love him. Barbara, you've gifted 4 memberships now. Thank you so much, plus a donation on our website earlier today. Again, it's appreciated. Michael, thank you for gifting a membership. And Julia, thank you for the $5 super chat. As always, I appreciate everybody's support so much. This is one of the best communities on YouTube, and I really appreciate it. Let's continue with Judge Middleton.
All right, let's see who we got next. Tommy Clay Willis.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. You wore a shirt and tie the last time you were here too, which again shows that you respect the process. Are you Tommy Willis?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Willis, similar to the last case, you're charged with operating while intoxicated. You live outside of town here on Truckendilla Road. Once again, the prosecutor has agreed to reduce this to a charge of impaired driving. Is that your understanding, Mr. George?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Willis, did you hear me explain the difference between impaired and operating intoxicated with the last case?
Yes, Your Honor.
It will allow you to keep a restricted driver's license, which is a good benefit. Let's take a look at your case. Mr. Rhodes was not doing too great. Let's see how you were doing. Find it. Here's was also a formal complaint that alleges on or about May 16th that you were operating while intoxicated on Nottawa Road. If there is one. 2:40, again, very late at night. May 16th was a Thursday night into early Friday morning. There was a crash. BAC of 0.192. similar to the last case, late at night, out in the country, more than 2 times the legal limit. What were you drinking?
Tito's vodka, Your Honor.
With what?
Grapefruit soda.
Where were you going?
So I was intentionally going to the Shell Mart in Centerville, but the power was out. That was a night of a really big storm that hit us. And so I ended up going to Mendon instead. I was picking up a vape, nicotine. I was out. My wife was home with the baby and her sister. And on my way home, I was about to cross the intersection of Butler Road while driving on south on Ottawa Road, and the storm cleanup crew truck cut me off. I hit my brakes and I slid into the field.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't worse than that. Yes, it was a very bad night. We had no power the next day at the courthouse, Friday, May 17th. It was sunny and bright, but we had no electricity in Centerville the whole day. Where do you work?
I work in Mendon at TH Plastics.
Did you have to work the next day?
Yes.
In the morning? Ooh, at 3 o'clock at night, you had to get up and go to work in the morning?
Yeah, the previous evening was my grandmother's birthday. She passed away while I was home on leave from Army training.
Yeah, I thought, are you still in the Army?
Yes, I am an Army reservist, Your Honor.
Okay. And I asked you before, does your CO know about this?
Yes, I talked to my first sergeant about it.
All right. Well, we're gonna set this for the same date, 9/22/25 at 11. That would have been a rough shift the next day. I'll ask you the same thing. Are you on probation or parole anyplace?
I'm not.
And you're in the National Guard.
Army Reserve.
Army Reserve. And where, out of where?
Kalamazoo, right by the airport.
All right, I'll see you on September 22nd. And again, I'm glad you weren't hurt or anything worse. All right, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, Zoe Parker. Well, Miss Parker, you don't seem to have made it into, there it is. It was there. I just couldn't see it. These are all on complaints rather than tickets. Are you Zoe Lynn Parker?
Yeah.
And you're from Coldwater?
Yeah.
April 13th, you were charged with operating while intoxicated on Middleton Road. Same as the other cases, the prosecutors agreed to reduce this to a charge of impaired driving.
Okay.
Mr. George, is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you've been waiting patiently. You heard me go through the advice of rights, and Mr. George had you execute a written one. Do you understand you're giving up those rights by entering this plea to impaired driving? Is that what you're going to plead to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do, Ms. Parker?
I work at a store
All right, this will allow you to drive back and forth to work at your.
and I have 2 kids, so
All
I,
right.
if I have a restricted license, can I drive to and from like their doctor's appointments and that type of stuff?
Well, that's a good question. If you're in sobriety court, you can. It's less clear with a regular restricted license. I
But
would
they
say,
also go to school and like daycare.
probably the medical appointments, school and daycare are less clear. There's an exception for, you can request it. I'll leave it at that. So let's see what we're dealing with here. This was 10 o'clock at night. 8 o'clock at night. April 13th, which was a Sunday evening. You were in the middle of the road. And you were drunk and you were a .200. Oh boy. How'd you end up there?
So my mom wanted a ride home. I ended up picking her up. Well, I didn't pick her up. My friend was driving me. He drove me to Bronson to pick her up, and then we drove to her house, and they were fighting, so we drove to her neighbor's house, and then me and her neighbor ended up finishing the bottle that I was drinking, but my friend was driving the whole time. So, and then he walked away. He went down the road. My friend did, and yeah.
What was in the bottle?
Vodka. I don't
I'm
know.
sure it was kerosene, vinegar,
No.
just straight vodka.
I don't remember the brand.
But were you mixing with something or just drinking it
No.
out of the bottle?
No.
Straight vodka? All right. What do you, oh, you work at a store. What store?
I work at a dispensary.
Okay. Do you also use?
Huh?
Do you also smoke marijuana?
No.
That's unusual. Well, you basically were passed out in the middle of the street. The other 2 guys went off the road. You didn't do that, but it's a very high blood alcohol level. Sunday night, drunk, straight vodka are all red flags for substance abuse problems. We're gonna do the same thing. We're all gonna be busy on 9/22/25 at 11. We'll do all 3 of these on the same morning, which will tie up my whole probation department, but all right. Where were your kids when this was going down?
They were at home with my babysitter.
All right. There's a lot of red flags
I was
here.
supposed to be going on a date. That's why I was already drinking, because we went out to eat and we're at the movies or whatever.
All right, well, there's a lot to unpack here. But it's a very high blood alcohol level, and you just sort of ran out of steam in the middle of the road at 10 o'clock at night out in the country. Fortunately, somebody didn't crash into you. All right, Ms. Parker, I will see you also on the 22nd at 11 o'clock. You take that out to the counter and they'll give you more information.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Okay. We've come to be numbed to high blood alcohol levels. All three of those were 1.9 and 2.0, which is, if you look up in the dictionary, it's real drunk. And we're just sort of expect that everybody's gonna, it's 2.5 times the legal limit to drive a car. And this lady passed out. The other two guys ran off the road. We've become desensitized to high blood alcohol levels. All three of those could have been charged with high blood alcohol level, and they were all reduced to impaired. All right, Mr. George, we're on the home stretch here, I think. Yes, sir.
Well, he's between contestants. I want to talk to you about today's sponsor, Aura. So I've been talking about Aura actually quite a bit this past week, and for good reason. Number one, they stepped up to support the channel, and we definitely have to appreciate that. They've really stepped up where, quite frankly, a lot of channels this size don't get that kind of support. So I appreciate that. But what I appreciate about them is all the things that you see on the screen right now that they will do for you, and they'll do it for free for 14 days. They are an all-in-one, one-stop solution for protecting yourself online. You've got identity protection, transaction monitoring, 24/7 tech support, spam removal, a VPN, credit monitoring, you name it, they handle it for you. And the service is just absolutely incredible. So I made them, I say I made them, but that's just kind of how I am. I made them prove it to me. When they came to me and said, we want to sponsor your channel, I said, well, you need to show me what you can do, and you need to show me that what you can offer my viewers is worthwhile. So they have. And let me give you an example. I got yet another email this morning. And the email says, this is to confirm that your information removal request has been honored. We will not sell or share your personal information you provided in the request. Now, this was a request that was done on my behalf by Aura. But what's interesting is who sent this email. This email came from NCR. If you're not familiar, NCR was originally named National Cash Register. These are the people who provide the point of sale systems to restaurants and to businesses. And they not only had my data from collecting it through their payment services, but as admitted in the email, they were selling it. That exposes all of us, because all of us are going to restaurants, we're interacting with small businesses that use this product because it's the product you need to use. But they're selling our stuff. And we watch enough court that if your information gets into the wrong hands, there's a problem. We see this kind of stuff every day. And that's why Aura is so important, and that's where Aura comes in. And that's why I'm proud to have them as a sponsor, and why I agreed, because this is something that we can all benefit from. Now, the good news is, again, you get it for 14 days for free. If you go to aura.com/TCF, there's a link in the description. Sign up. It's super easy, and they'll give you 14 days for free. And in that 14 days, you're going to see all the places where your information is. Actually, you'll see it in about 3 days. They'll have a whole list for you, and then they'll start the removal process, and they'll prove to you what it is that they can do. So I suggest you do it. Aura.com/TCF. Again, 14-day free trial. Give them a look. Support the people who support the channel, but even more than that, help yourself, because it is a great benefit. Let's go back to Judge Middleton.
And they stopped you. And then you told the officer you had some badges. And the prosecutor recommends simply fines and costs. You've got $1,700 in unpaid fines and costs in other cases. Are you gonna plead to this misdemeanor offense of unlawfully displaying a police badge?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give you did they seize the badge? How did you come to possess it?
On a dumpster.
A Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety badge, and what about the other one?
It was the same badge.
Other being metallic badge with state of Michigan, seal on the center word police. Why did, all right, I don't know what else to say about it. What do you do, Mr. Chubb?
On farm work at a farm.
Which farm?
My uncle's,
Which uncle?
Anthony, Leonidas,
Okay. How many acres
18.
is it?
I just work for him. Shovel horse shit.
Is it an animal farm?
Yes, sir.
Okay, rather than crops. Okay. You got a restitution hearing coming up in another case. You got the no plate charge. Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this charge?
No, sir.
Why were you driving around with no license plate? That's
Yeah.
like something that says, please pull me over.
I just bought that car that day. I
Okay.
just taking it home.
Why did you tell me you had the badges? Thought maybe it might get you some leeway on the ticket.
No, because he asked to search the vehicle and I just told him it was in there anyway. I was. Anyway.
Did they take you to jail?
No, sir.
All right. I'm gonna do it. $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, a $50 state minimum fee. That's $200 plus the attorney fee of $350. You owe a bunch of money. I'm gonna do a payment plan. At least $50 per month. With other cases. This is kind of a screwy charge, but I'm not exactly sure what you're doing with it, but probably wasn't square. All right, the court officer is going to take you out to the counter. I want you to set up a payment plan with the ladies out there.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know what's going on with Jordan and the conference room. But, I don't know where Pablo is. But Luke, we can take your cases. Yes. Coleman. Good morning, sir. Are you Shaquan Coleman?
Yes, sir.
Normally I'd ask you to remove your headgear, your hat. probably part of the style here, but in the courtroom, you don't wear a hat or chew gum or sit in your underwear, but you're charged with driving suspended. Let's take a look at yours, and no proof of insurance. Driving suspended is under state statute, and the no proof of insurance is under Sturgis Three Rivers Ordinance. Apparently, the city attorneys agreed to dismiss the no insurance, which will save you $150. If you plead to driving with a suspended license, is that the offer?
Yes, Judge, and there's a no jail recommendation as well.
Yes. Take a look at this. The ticket says you were driving a car on March 10th, Broadway and Constantine and Three Rivers, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No plate. That'll get you pulled over every time. 40 and a 25. That probably will too. Revoked ops, prior conviction, open intox in the vehicle not insured. The more you read, the worse it looks. All they cited you for was driving suspended second and no proof of insurance. So the plea would be to driving suspended first offense, and that's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 2 points and requires that your license be suspended, and the prosecutor is recommending no jail time. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, did anybody promise you anything
No, sir.
or threaten you?
No, sir.
Where were you going?
To a friend's house to drop him off.
Where were you coming from?
Kalamazoo.
Well, you don't much care. Driving suspended to Kalamazoo, June 14th of 24. Driving suspended, Grand Rapids, 6/24/24. Driving suspended, no, that other one, June 14th, July 19th, Grand Rapids, 22, Kalamazoo, 20. Driving suspended with a serious injury, 2018. Failed display of valid license, 2018, that's 6. Driving suspended, 2018, that's 7. Gee whiz, fleeing and looting. No valid license, 2015. Jeez, you got about 10. I'd like to put you in jail. You don't give a rip. You're driving too fast. You don't have a plate. You got open intox. You got 10 prior DWLSs, and you're taking a friend from Kalamazoo to here. But the plea agreement offer was no jail. Plus, I think we got some bumps in the road here. You failed to appear several times. Did you end up doing some jail here?
No, Kalamazoo, I bought it out for 500. All right, 2 days.
All right. How'd you get here today?
I got a ride.
Where's that person?
They went to go get breakfast.
Let's make sure Mr. Coleman didn't drive here today. Are you employed, sir?
Not at the moment. I sell cars.
Showed us driving suspended first. 2 days jail in Kalamazoo before you posted the bond here. I think I've got $500. If you drove here, tell me now, save yourself a lot of grief.
No.
That was very nice of them to go out for breakfast without you. Yeah, I have $500 cash. Let's see if you owe me anything else.
I didn't see anything else, Judge.
Doesn't look like it. All right, a $100 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, and $150 attorney fee. It's $375. You got $500 of bond. You're gonna get the balance of it back. All right. Have a seat for a minute while I confirm you didn't drive.
Deputy Kendick's looking that up right now.
All right. And we'll address Mr. Knopfler's other cases. You have a signed waiver of rights. If you didn't drive, we're all squared away. Luke, do you have another one for me?
No, Judge, I have some other things, so I'll come back.
Well, this will just take a minute. Mr. Bush, we got a couple. Angela Richmond. Good morning.
Good morning.
A lot of drinking driving cases today because we get almost one a day, give or take. Let's take a look at yours, Miss Richmond. You got a ticket on January 9th for refusing a preliminary breath test and operating while intoxicated. Got a lot of bumps in the road here, missed court dates and other things, but you're here now. I tried to call you on July 11th when you didn't show up, and then you got a bench warrant. Then you called later, and then you came in and we reset it. All right. What happened to the refused PBT? Do you know, John?
That was not discussed, you know.
Let's see where that is. It might have got defaulted because she missed so many dates. Probably would be dismissed. Yeah, it shows as a default. We'll find out about the check into the refused PBT. Refusing a preliminary breath test is a civil infraction. It's punishable by a fine only, and when you didn't show up for court on multiple days, I think that clerk's entered a default on that charge, showing it was entered. Let's see if we can do something with that. All right. You've been here a while. Did you hear me explain the difference between operating while intoxicated and impaired driving? Maybe not. So let's take a minute and do that. To understand that operating while intoxicated is a misdemeanor, it's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 6 points on your license, requires that your license be suspended. In this case, the prosecutor has agreed to reduce it to impaired driving, which is punishable by up to 93 days in jail, a fine of up to $300. It carries 4 points rather than 6. It allows you to keep a restricted driver's license, which is very important to get back and forth to work. You understand?
Yes.
I don't know if you were in here when I went through the advice of rights, and I don't know if I have an advice of rights attached to this.
Yeah, this is going to be set for last pretrial.
Oh, it is? It's not even a plea?
No.
I'm sorry, John. Offer. Defendant declines. Set LPT. I'm sorry, John. I went through all that rigmarole. Jordan's here with 27 cases. Pablo is still in limbo.
I'm gonna snag him if I can.
Do you need him
Mr.
again?
Victor Hernandez.
Yes.
I
Is
don't
he
know
here?
Victor Hernandez.
All right. He's probably still in that room.
I'll have to log back in, but yeah, probably.
Yeah, he's still in there. All right. Miss Richmond, let's get back to your case. You're from Vicksburg? Let's see. I don't know why you missed so many court dates. But you're here now. I need to. Okay, John, what was the blood alcohol here?
It was 0.179.
That's about on par with what else we've had today. What do you do, Miss Richmond? I think you told me when I met you at your arraignment. What's your occupation?
Dental assisting.
All right. But we're going to set a last pretrial where they'll get some more information. The offer is impaired, which is consistent with the other offers made today on these high blood alcohol cases.
There's a few matters to look into, but I suspect that's going to be accepted at the
All right.
last pretrial.
That'll be on a Thursday afternoon at 2 o'clock. And we'll give you notice of that.
She has a different mailing address.
All right. I don't want to put it out here, but you're no longer at Frank Street.
No longer there.
I want you to stop out at the counter and give the clerk your
Yeah.
current address.
Yes, I
And
will.
you're free to go on about your business.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Coleman walks on the northeast, it's across the street, it's just out of camera shot, so.
All right. Mr. Coleman? Apparently your friend didn't drop you off in the parking lot. You walked across the street out of camera range. So if you did drive here, be prepared to get pulled over on your way back to Kalamazoo. So my suggestion is that you don't drive back. But my fear is you drove here and parked off a block or two away. But if you did, they'll pull you over on the way back. So you might want to have somebody come get you if you did drive. But other than that, you're free to go.
Okay. What did you say about the remaining balance?
You're gonna get some money back. So go out to the counter and they'll give you the balance of your bond back.
Okay.
I think it's $125. Thank you, Mr. Nossinger. Don Slater. I think we'll finish these cases.
This will be the same. It's gonna be set for last
Last
pre-trial.
pre-trial. Good morning, Mr. Slater.
Good morning, Judge.
We met before, but you got an old unpaid ticket, no valid ops. You paid everything but $20.
Yeah, I know.
So you got $20 on you today?
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna set this for a final pretrial on a Thursday afternoon. Are you still at the McAllister?
Yes.
Benton Harbor?
Yes.
Or you drove all the way over here? All right, go pay the $20. We'll clear that one up and then we'll set this one for a last pretrial.
Okay.
I don't know if the court, there may be a spelling issue. There's only one L in McAllister, and we've been using two. I'm not sure what the court has. Maybe you have it correct.
McAllister.
That's exact. Yes, sir.
All right, one L is in
It's
it?
just one.
All right, we got it spelled right.
I've been using two L's, excuse me.
All right. You're good to go. We'll set a last pretrial. Defendant to pay unpaid ticket.
Okay.
I'll have you take this out for me. That's file number 241356. We'll close that one out.
Thanks, Josh.
All right.
All right, let's change things up a little bit in our effort to bring 9 to 11% more Judge Boyd. Let's go to Texas and say good morning to Judge Boyd.
Yes. And then it's hard to see them leave, right?
He runs away from me. Like the minute we drive up on the curb, he actually jumps off the car.
Is this a doggy daycare that's right downtown?
Good Dog at Pearl, so right on Grayson and like Euclid. He loves it. They're so wonderful.
There's something I saw, and I don't think it's in this state. They actually have a school bus. You can pick the dogs up. And so the dogs are just like, shaking to get on the bus, and they clip them in.
Yeah.
And then they just drive them to the location.
See, that's nice.
So yeah. And now they have this thing where instead of taking your dog to doggy daycare someplace, they supposedly have an app where you can go on the app and somebody will actually pick up your dog and they'll be in their home.
Oh, that's nice.
Which probably is great for people who want dogs but don't really have time. It's like, oh, I can have a dog for a weekend.
That's really nice. Like almost like a cat cafe, but like a dog rental. I like that. That's actually nice.
All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 012496 State versus Amanda Lynn Castro. Can I have parties announced?
Duffy Pitlock for the state of Texas, Your Honor.
Lauren Lefton for Ms. Castro.
And are you Amanda Lynn Castro?
Yes.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications in this case?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Castro, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state would call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you were giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, she does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Ms. Castro, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 75 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. There are no applications and there's a $60 restitution to the lab for drug testing. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, sir.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No conscience.
State, any evidence?
The state offers State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments, Your Honor.
All right, any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses? The state would call in the right to remain silent.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, we just ask that you follow the plea agreement.
All right. Who is David Angel Solomon to you?
Nothing.
Well, I mean, that's the person you were
Okay.
arrested with.
Yes, Your Honor. At the time, he was my boyfriend.
Mhm.
And we no longer, I have.
Have you seen him since the day of this offense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have any family support?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any children?
Not in my care.
Right. How many children?
Right.
5. And what are their ages?
19, 18, 14, 15, and soon to be 13.
All right. So here's the thing. How long have you been in jail?
Since July 7th.
All right. So since July. And I'm assuming you haven't been using drugs at the jail. Have you?
No.
All right. So now you're probably clear-headed. You're thinking well. I'm sure the way you looked when you were arrested is completely different today. You appear healthy, aware of everything that's going on. Your eyes are bright, which is great. So this feeling of sobriety that you have now, you need to keep that.
Yes, ma'am.
And you need to internalize what you have lost through your drug use, right? Your children, is that right?
Yes.
So when you're released, you need to go to a sober support home just to start out. And if you can't find one, if you come back to this court when you're released from custody, if I'm on the bench, I will pick up the phone and find a place for you to go because you need to do that, okay?
And just so the court knows, I've spoken with her grandmother and there is a plan in place. Where do you, the Grace House?
Yes, I
Please go
applied to the Grace House.
Right.
And I'm waiting for response from them.
All right, so here's the thing. Don't go past, what is it, the saying, don't go past go or whatever.
Yeah.
You need to leave straight from the jail. Don't take any side trips. Don't say, you know, I just want to stop at the grocery store for a soda, because who knows who you may meet. And you need to go straight from the jail to the sober house. And you're going to have to stay on track and stay focused, because if you don't, you're going to end up right back here. And, you know, sometimes I think people need to keep their police reports, because the way you were living, that wasn't a good way to be living. All right. You can do this, but you got to want to do it. All right. All right. The court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 75 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. Give you credit for any time served. There's to be $60 restitution to the lab for drug testing. All right, so with regards to your sentence, the only thing I can tell you is my sentence is that you receive 75 days. The jail, they give 2 for 1, 3 for 1. I'm not in charge of that. So the only thing I'm in charge of is if you have 30 days credit at the jail, you get 30 days credit from me.
Okay.
If the jail says you're in general population, you didn't cause any problems, usually they'll give 2 for 1. So that would mean you will have 60 days, but I'm not in charge of that. So you can't write me and say, the jail didn't give me 2 for 1, or the jail didn't give me 3 for 1.
Okay.
All I'm in charge of is the sentence that I've given you, okay?
Okay.
Now, if you feel as though you're not getting credit for day time, that's where you can come to me. But the 2 for 1, 3 for 1, that's completely with the jail. You understand? All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you. They'll probably, we're off the record, they'll probably release you at midnight. I'm not in charge of their booking process.
And I think she actually has a little more time to do.
Okay.
Before even at a 2 for 1.
Yeah.
So, and I'm gonna work with her grandmother, so hopefully she'll.
All right,
release that.
thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right, have a great rest of your day, okay?
Thank you.
All right, let's change it up a little bit and go to Butler County, Kansas. And it has my attention because if you look on the right side of the screen, we have a defendant appearing via Zoom in a tank top. So this should be fun.
State of Kansas versus Nathaniel Kerr, 24 CR 338. State of Kansas appears by Assistant Butler County Attorney Amber Norris. The defendant, Mr. Kerr, appears in person and by court-appointed counsel Josh Andrews. This matter does regularly come back before the court this date on the pretrial conference plea docket. And announcements to the court at this point, Mr. Andrews.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, we have reached a plea agreement with the state. Mr. Kerr will enter a plea of guilty to an amended count 1 endangerment pursuant to KSA 21-5429, which is a Class A person misdemeanor that will have the domestic violence tag on it. He will also enter a plea of guilty to count 2 as charged, which is domestic battery Class B person misdemeanor. There will be a joint sentencing recommendation of 12-month controlling sentence on count 1, 6-month controlling sentence on count 2 to run consecutive to each other for a total controlling sentence of 18 months. and that Mr. Kerr would be granted probation from that sentence for a term of 11 months. And the reason for the joint recommendation of an 11-month probation term is that Mr. Kerr is a resident of Oklahoma. And by making it an 11-month probation term, there would not be the need for an interstate compact.
Thank you, Mr. Andrews and Ms. Norris. Is that the state's understanding of the plea negotiations?
Yes, Your Honor, and state would move to amend count 1 to endangerment, a class A person misdemeanor.
Thank you, Ms. Norris. Mr. Kerr, Ms. Norris, and Mr. Andrews have advised the court that you do wish to enter a plea of guilty pursuant to plea negotiations to amended count 1, endangerment, a class A misdemeanor with a domestic violence tag, and also to count 2 as set forth, domestic battery, a class B person misdemeanor. Is all that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand you could be sentenced up to 1 year in the county jail for amended count 1, and you could be sentenced up to 6 months in the county jail in regards to count 2.
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you had adequate and sufficient opportunity to consult with Mr. Andrews prior to entering your plea here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Kerr, the court does find that you are knowingly and voluntarily entering your plea, and the court does accept the same. In regards to sentencing, the court does adopt the recommendations as jointly provided to the court by the state and the defense, and the court does sentence you to 1 year in the county jail, amended count 1, 6 months in the county jail, count 2. Court does run those sentences concurrent to each other. The court does grant you probation from the sentence imposed, subject to the terms and conditions as set forth by counsel on the record. The court does establish this as an 11-month probation period of time, 11-month probation period of time for the reasons as set forth on the record previously. Immediately after the hearing, I do order you to telephone court services, Butler County Court Services at 316-322. Okay.
316.
322.
And Your Honor,
Yes.
State and defense actually requested that the counts run consecutive for an 18-month underlying sentence, and the court said concurrent.
Court stands corrected. The court stands corrected, Mr. Kerr. The court did adopt the recommendations jointly of the state and the defense. The court misspoke. The court misspoke, and the sentences should have run consecutive to each other for a controlling jail sentence of 18 months.
And Your Honor, state does have a few other recommendations as part of the sentencing,
Yes.
besides the probation and the length of time. We will be requesting that the court assess the costs and fees of the action to the defendant, no contact with the victim, domestic violence offender assessment, and that he follow through on the recommendations, a $100 fine on count 2, $100 DV fund fee, and all standard conditions of court services, probation, and the court has already told him that he needs to report today. And then Mr. Andrews is retained, so the court doesn't need to deal with court-appointed attorney fees.
All right. And Mr. Andrews, is that the defense understanding of the plea negotiations?
Your Honor, there was not a specific agreement on one way or the other on these those recommendations. We would join in on the recommendations with all except for the fine. I don't believe a fine would be appropriate in this matter. There's already going to be a significant amount of costs associated with Mr. Kerr. And because he is doing the battery intervention program assessment as a condition of probation, my understanding of the statute is that a fine is not mandatory. And so otherwise, we would have no objections to the recommendations.
The court adopts the joint recommendations that are in addition to the sentence previously imposed. The court does not impose a fine herein. The court does find there will be a substantial amount of costs and fees otherwise. Any other matters to come before the court? Ms. Norris?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
And Mr. Andrews?
No, Your Honor.
There being nothing further to come before the court is in recess. Mr. Kerr, have a good day. You do need to make that call at this time. And Mr. Andrews, is that the only case you have on the docket?
It is, yes, Your Honor.
And both of you are free to go, and have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good weekend.
All right, we haven't stared at animals yet today, so this is Kit Kat Playground, I believe, is where this feed comes from. Looks like our kitten friends that we first saw yesterday are pretty active, and looks like somebody's doing a little cleanup there. So we'll stare at them for a second while we decide where to go next. Let's do this. Let's go back to Miami-Dade and unnamed substitute judge. Looks like the turtle outfits are back in style today.
Give her that information. I need to call another case.
Okay,
I'm sorry, do I stay on the Zoom?
No.
No, once you get that information or you give it to her, you don't need to stay on the Zoom. You can call back this afternoon.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I believe the next person is Jamari Wiley. 6.
And Judge, we have Armando Hernandez is here now. For Renzel Farina.
Who's Armando Hernandez?
That's the private attorney.
Is he in court?
This one, Your Honor.
Is he here?
Yes,
Where is he?
he's on Zoom. He's joining right now.
Judge, I'm present. This is Armando Hernandez on behalf of Renzo. I just got a call that he picked up a new case. He's in custody, Judge.
Yes, sir. He is alleged to have stolen 2 high-valued automobiles and 1 count of organized fraud over $20,000.
Okay. All right. I have not been retained on those cases. I assume I will be retained, Judge.
The value of the stolen property exceeds $250,000.
Okay.
His bonds are going to be $10,000 on each of the grand thefts and $10,000 on organized fraud.
Understood, Judge.
All right. So,
Thank you.
Mr. Farinas, if you're going to hire Mr. Hernandez, you need your family to make the necessary arrangements for him to be hired on these cases. They are very different than the ones that you had pending.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
Welcome. Thank you, sir. Page 6, Jamari Wiley. Oh, my God.
Judge, we'll waive reading of the charges.
Mr. Wiley, you're before the court charged with lewd and lascivious battery on a child over 12 years of age.
Yes, sir.
I find probable cause, state.
Requesting a stay away order from the alleged victim and no less than the standard bond, which is $7,500.
I'll sign a stay away order. You are to have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. Those initials are AQ. Your bond will be $7,500.
Judge, would you consider pretrial services for Mr. Wiley? He did graduate from high school. He lives with his parents. He was supposed to start a job today at 3 o'clock, but I think he's gonna miss his first day at work.
So Judge, the defendant does have an open misdemeanor as well as juvenile history. If Your Honor is inclined to grant non-monetary release, the state's request would be house arrest with an alternate level 2, allowing him to go to work and school.
I will leave the bond as it is.
Okay.
Daniel Lopez Hernandez. Mr. Oh, boy. And you're just hanging out?
Spanish interpreter?
Present.
Mr. Lopez Hernandez, you speak English?
Spanish.
No.
You're charged with retail theft.
Muy bien, señor Hernández, buenos días. Usted está enfrentando acusaciones de hurto en tiendas o ratería de tiendas
4 different times.
4 veces diferentes.
July 16th, $859.
16 de julio, $859.
July 22nd, $270.
22 de julio, $270.
July 23rd, $491.
23 de julio, $491.
July 25th, $870.
25 de julio, $870.
For a total of $2,490.
Para un total de unos $2,490.
You are to stay away from the Target store.
Señor, ¿usted se le ordena estar alejado de la tienda Target, esa tienda Target?
State, what's your recommended bond?
So Judge,
Fiscalía, ¿cuál es su fianza recomendada?
he's definitely undercharged. He was only charged with 1 count. Would Your Honor set a $10,000 bond on that 1 count?
Su señoría, definitivamente él ha sido acusado mínimamente, entonces está enfrentando solamente un cargo. ¿Usted podría, por favor, poner $10,000 de fianza en ese único cargo?
Corrections, does he have an immigration hold?
He does.
Pregunta. I'm sorry, correction for the interpreter. You said yes, he does.
Yes, that's correct. Immigration hold.
Después de preguntar la defensa, correccionales corrobora de que usted tiene retención por parte de las autoridades migratorias.
Judge, I would ask for standard bond, $7,500.
La defensa pide la fianza preestablecida de $7,500.
The bond will be $10,000. Good luck to you, sir.
La fianza será de $10,000. Buena suerte, señor.
David Francis,
That's a bond out.
Judge, who did you call next?
well, I called David Francis, but he's bonded out.
Okay.
Delba Pelota,
Mr. Delver has an immigration hold, Judge.
Mr. Pelota,
We need a Creole interpreter. We're
It's
gonna
a
have to pass him. If the interpreter can reach out to,
okay, hold on a second. Can
we
I?
need to pass him for a
Yes, ma'am. Can you please ask him to go next to you?
Uh-huh.
Mr. Delba,
Yes,
do you speak English?
I speak a little bit.
Yes, but do you speak English?
Yes.
I'll pass it to 2 p.m.
Judge, we have a large afternoon calendar, 10 pages so far without including the resets.
Or you want me to pass it to
Until we can
tomorrow?
get, no, until we can get a Creole interpreter, we can just pass him for.
Oh, well, yeah, let's pass it temporarily.
Perfect. Okay, thank you.
Ismail Dufus,
Judge, she's on probation, F23-11830. Out on probation.
you're charged with domestic battery, strangulation, and aggravated battery. I find probable cause. Hey, what's your recommendation?
Standard bond, which is 5,000 count one, 7,500 count two with the stay away order.
Judge, I would ask if you would consider finding no probable cause, according to Mr. Dufus, when he spoke to the police, he indicated the alleged victim charged at him with a knife, and then he defended himself. That's on page 2.
I'm sure that the jury would be wanting to hear that, man, but for purposes of probable cause, I find probable cause. I also order to have no contact with the marriage spectacle. Next will be Anthony Martinez.
So Judge, are you setting the bond?
Oh, yes, I already did. I thought I
Judge, we
did.
didn't hear you say it out loud. You asked the state for their recommendation.
I'm sorry, 5,000 and 7,500.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Are you placing a hold?
Excuse?
Yes, there's a whole.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm placing a hold for what?
He's on probation, so this violated his probation.
Oh, so I'm being asked to place a hold for a violation of probation affidavit to be filed.
Yes.
I'll place a hold for that violation of probation to be filed. Now what? I understood that he was on probation and that we're gonna file the violation of probation. I didn't understand that I was being asked to detain him until such time.
And then they file the affidavit in court.
There you go. Anthony Martinez,
The bond out?
who's the person next to you, ma'am?
Person next to me is. He's the one.
Carlos
out.
Canete. Okay, so Martinez has bonded out.
And I.
Mr. Canete, you're before the court, having been arrested for possession of a controlled substance, possession with intent to use, paraphernalia, and then there's a Marshman Act.
Corey, you want to agree to $1 each count and then he can post that and do the Marshman Act?
That's fine.
I was thinking.
So Judge, there's a PC issue because I don't think it specifically says crystal meth in the narrative.
Yeah, there's a PC issue as to number 1.
Right, so Ms. Corey is going to stipulate to probable cause. We'll agree to $1 bond each count. After you post those bonds, then I guess they would transfer him to the Marchman Act.
Right, I'll waive PC argument for count 1. $1 each is fine, and then once he posts, then he'll have the Marchman Act hold.
Good luck to you, sir. I'll set the bonds at $1 on counts 1 and 2. 3 is there's no charge. That's a civil.
Right.
What is the charge?
But I don't think,
That's not a criminal charge.
no.
No, it's a hold.
So what happens with Marshman Act, if somebody files the case, files the civil case for Marshman, I don't know why they added it to the calendar, you know,
There is a case number already for the mental health court judge.
the civil judge or the mental
The
health?
civil case, yes.
Okay, well, then he'll go over there, they'll file it and he'll get it evaluated and they'll follow up. Rogelio Roche Perez, 8.
Spanish? Espanol, please.
Present.
Mr. Perez,
And
your
Your Honor,
charge?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, by the way, just to let you know that the Creole interpreter is also with us in Zoom, has to be
Oh,
promoted.
Thank you. Señor Roche Pérez, por favor, párate al lado de la abogada.
¿Les puedo explicar lo que pasó?
No,
Did I explain to you what happened?
I don't want to hear what happened
No, no quiero escuchar lo que pasó, señor.
because you have the right to remain silent. Your lawyer doesn't want you to discuss your case with anybody, especially me.
Porque usted tiene derecho a permanecer en silencio y su abogada que está junto a usted no quisiera ni quiere que usted hable del caso con nadie, especialmente conmigo.
You're charged with failing to register as a sexual offender.
Usted está siendo acusado de no haberse registrado como agresor de índole sexual.
I find there's probable cause for the charge.
Determino que existe motivo fundado para esta acusación.
State, what is your recommended bond?
Fiscalía, fianza recomendada.
Standard 20.
La preestablecida de 2,500.
Set the bond at 2,500. Good luck to you.
Establezco la fianza en 2,500. Buena suerte, señor. Tenga buen día.
Is a Creole interpreter available, please?
I'm going to promote.
She has to be promoted.
She didn't accept the promotion yet.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Wilson. Mr. Pelota, please.
Okay, Madam Interpreter, please raise your right hand to be sworn in. Do you swear that you will interpret from English to Creole, Creole to English to the best of your ability, and that you have such ability if so sounded?
I do, Carol Wilson, court certified interpreter.
Mr. Delva, you are charged with kidnapping and sexual battery on a child over 12 years of age.
Monsieur Delva, yo akuzo ko kidnappé et que ou sexuellement attaqué un petit monde qui gen moins que 12 ans.
I find probable cause for the charges.
Moi, je que gen bon jan raison pour accusation yo.
Judge, I would ask that you find probable cause for false imprisonment at best for count one.
Juge, m'ta pensé que faut ta jeune bon genre raison que yo te emprisonné avec et mal emprisonné que te mette mal en prison. Que c'est pas de ça pour première accusation.
So she was confined to the room in order to facilitate him committing the felony. I think that there is probable cause.
Puisque elle te fait mal dans chambre pour te ka commettre un gros crime, moi joine que gen assez raison pour ça.
It was not only that he did not go into her room and commit the sexual battery. He went into her room and forced her to take her to his room. Therefore, there was more than false imprisonment because there was actually, she was taken to another part. So that suffices for probable cause for kidnapping.
Comme c'est pas dans chambre li que le fait là, là elle cherche dans chambre li, di force elle pour aller dans chambre pal. Donc c'est pas que te mal mette dans prison non, ou bien que te kembel, c'est que te kidnappé elle saute dans une chambre aller dans l'autre pour te forcer le faire acte sexuel avec lui.
There's a motion for pretrial detention.
Gon motion pour que yo kembel dans prison avant la dans jugement.
Which I will grant. I would also grant a no contact order.
Je m'a accordé li, m'a accordé le tout l'autre campé loin.
As to sexual battery, what is the recommended bond that you have, counsel for the state?
It should be no bond on both counts.
Parce que te sexuellement agressé ti moun nan, qui caution ko ou ta remen avocat l'État a dit pas gen caution dans cas ça.
I will detain him with no bond on both cases, granted the state's motion for pretrial
Ou
detention.
rete dans prison à cause de deux accusations ça yo accordé avocat l'État motion que le te gagné pour jugement pour préjugement.
Judge, he also has the immigration hold as well.
Et
Great,
juge
thank you, ma'am.
immigration ap kembel tout, juge la dit merci madame.
Corrections, do we have any other inmates that would require a Creole interpreter?
Not at this moment, Judge.
All right, Ms. Wilson, thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Page 8, Christopher Simon. Madam Clerk, or rather, Madam State.
Yes, sir. All right, so
I
the
believe-
battery looks like mutual combat. The escape, I see, tried to get through the broken window. Your Honor can reduce the bonds as such.
I was gonna say the escape is an attempted escape.
Right, well, I think the escape statute also encompasses the attempts, but he didn't get far.
So what is your recommended bond, ma'am?
Maybe 2,500 count one, 150 count two, $1 count three, and 150 count four.
Sounds reasonable, 2,500, 150, $1, 150, and a no contact order.
Judge, there's two counts of resisting without violence.
We could do $1 on the last count.
Do what, ma'am?
$1 on the last count.
So
So that would be count.
thank you, counsel, for defense. $1 on the last count.
Judge, Mr. Simon cannot afford a bond. He was just caring for his aunt for the last few years and she just recently passed. So currently he's unemployed. He does have another place he could stay that wouldn't be with his brother, so that wouldn't be an issue. He's lived here in the community all of his life. I would ask if your honor would consider ordering him into pretrial services.
The state's objecting with the escape charge, maybe house arrest rather than pretrial.
I think what you, council should do is, verify those, matters and bring it up, to the judge before whom he will be, appearing on these charges if they indeed file felony charges.
Then would you consider house arrest as an alternate judge?
If he cannot afford the bond, how's
House
he
arrest
gonna
is free. House arrest is free. There's no charge for house arrest.
And he'll be living with his brother?
No, he'll have a different place to stay. I'm assuming you're gonna give him a stay away order from his brother. He'll find a different home, not with his brother to stay. And house arrest would have to confirm that the brother's not or whatever location. They have to do that. They have to go through 2 references to make sure that he's lived here in the community for the needed time and that he's not with the alleged victim.
State,
Up to you, Judge. He doesn't have an extensive criminal history.
right, I would, the bonds that I have said would be alternate bonds. I will place him on house arrest.
What level of house arrest now? It's 1, 2, and 3. 1 being the most restrictive, 3 being the least restrictive.
Number 3.
Yes.
That's level 3. All right, so you're gonna get out for free. So it's house arrest.
Oh, those are the bonds that are set
That's
alternate
roaming.
bonds.
It's an ankle monitor and you can roam. You can't. be
Ms.
with
Corey,
your
we can
brother.
hear you. Not that you're saying much, but
Jordan Prats Piloto,
Judge, did you give him a stay away order or no?
yes.
I don't think we heard it, Judge.
Yeah, I said I signed a stay away order. Did I not sign a stay away order?
but if you want to tell him to stay away from his brother.
Stay away from them.
We will sit them together.
I said that prohibited from having any direct or indirect contact with Cal Anthony Bernard. Is that his brother?
Yes,
Yeah.
Judge.
So that's what I've signed.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, Mr. Prats Piloto is out on felony bond on 2 cases, F-25, 11285, F-25, 11277.
Okay, are you telling me that he's not there for me to call him?
No, he's there,
Oh,
just that he also has this.
okay, because I don't see him. That's why I asked.
Spanish, please.
The felonies,
Present.
the felonies for which he is on release pending, what are the charges?
On his open felony case, it's also multiple thefts, possession of an anti-shoplifting device.
All right.
Entonces está indicando o preguntándole a su señoría a la fiscalía que cuáles son los casos de delitos mayores que todavía están por resolver que usted tiene pendientes. Indica a la fiscalía que son por hurtos y por haber estado en tenencia de un dispositivo para hurto en tiendas.
So I find probable cause for the charge of multiple theft.
You're gonna find PC just for grand theft, 3rd degree, and set
Correct.
a $2,500 bond.
What are the bonds that he's out on?
Entonces, I'm sorry, Your Honor, for the interpret. You first indicated that you find probable cause for multiple theft incidents. Was that correct?
Constituting grand theft, correct.
Entonces, su señoría indica que haya motivo fundado para las múltiples incidencias de hurto, constituyendo esto un hurto en mayor cuantía.
Your bond will be $5,000.
With a
La
hold.
fianza será de $5,000
And to stay away from Burlington.
You placing a
Hold
hold, correct?
se le ordena.
Is he on probation?
He's out on felony bond and violated the terms of his release by picking up a new felony case. The
So I
state-
would place a hold on those cases for review of the pretrial release conditions.
Además, se le pone retención porque usted estaba fuera bajo fianza por los casos de delito mayor y queda entonces pendiente revisión de esas condiciones de fianza que presuntamente han quedado quebrantadas.
Aaron Bird.
Spanish interpreter, please.
What? Okay. Aaron Bird?
Should be Chavez Cabrera, Judge. Yeah.
Cabrera, I apologize. Thank you. You're charged with multiple theft, constitutional grand theft.
Muy bien, señor. Usted está enfrentando aquí acusaciones de múltiples instancias de hurto, constituyendo hurto en mayor cuantía.
I find probable cause state. What is your recommendation?
Hay un motivo fundado. Fiscalía, ¿cuál es su recomendación?
2,500.
2,500.
Judge, I would ask if you would consider pretrial services for Mr. Chavez Cabrera. I see no prior record for him. He's lived in the community for about the last 3 years.
The bond will be
Pide la
25.
defensa, su señoría. Le pido que usted considere, por favor, los servicios del programa previo juicio, la supervisión del programa. Él no tiene antecedentes y lleva en la comunidad viviendo 3 años.
The bond will be 2,500.
La fianza será 2,500.
We do pretrial services as an alternate, Judge.
Who does he live with?
Pide la defensa, ¿podría usted considerar como alternativa el programa, los servicios del programa? Pregunta al juez que con quién vive usted, señor.
With his mother.
Responde la defensa con su mamá.
Where do you work?
¿Dónde trabaja? Hable directo al micrófono, señor.
Haciendo Uber.
I do Uber.
You said you live with your mother. Didn't you tell the police that you were homeless?
Usted dice que vive con su mamá. ¿Usted no le dijo a la policía que usted estaba desamparado, que no tenía hogar?
Actually, I'm reading another police report.
De hecho, estaba leyendo otro
paperwork?
informe policial. Un momento.
For this, yeah, this fellow. Where does your mother live?
¿Dónde vive su mamá?
En la misma dirección mía, 1529 Southway, 127 DHCD, Miami, Florida, código postal 33184.
You've been here.
¿Usted dijo 127 qué cosa?
TH Corp puede ser. Código postal 33184.
She lives at the same address I do. That is 1529 Southwest 124.
You said you lived here in Miami for 3 years?
¿Y usted dice que lleva 3 años viviendo aquí en Miami?
Sí, en la misma dirección.
Yeah.
And before then,
Yes,
where
in the
were
same
you living?
address. ¿Y antes dónde vivía?
Desde que yo llegué al país he vivido ahí siempre.
Since I got into this country, I have lived here always.
What says the state?
I mean, it's over $1,000 worth of items. The state's requesting a bond.
I'll leave the bond as it is.
La fiscalía entonces considera de que se excede de los $1,000 el valor de las cosas, que está pidiendo fianza monetaria y el juez indica entonces que va a dejar la fianza tal cual había indicado anteriormente.
Aaron Bird.
What was the bond for Mr. Chavez Cabrera, Judge? I'm sorry.
Okay, let me look at it again, man. 2,500.
Thank you.
All right, let's change things up a little bit as Ellie smothers me in love here. Let's go. Oh, lost my mouse. There's my mouse. Let's go to Texas and Judge Rubber Gloves.
Case is styled the state of Texas versus Jared Morgan Mon. Mr. Mon, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mon, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Mon, did you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I did.
Mr. Mon, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Mon?
Not too terrible. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Mon, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney James Macon. Mr. Macon, how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, Your Honor. I started out this morning at the jail getting someone out and they let me go afterwards, so it's okay.
Okay.
I'm always worried about my past showing up somewhere here and going, we're gonna keep you.
Okay. And Mr. Macon, do you waive a record in Mr. Mon's case?
We do, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Mon, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Jared Morgan Mon, on or about November 13th of 2024, while you were operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. Mr. Mon, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mon, I also have before me on my tablet a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there are two sets of initials. First set is your attorney initials. Second set of initials, they are on the line next to the box. Just check guilty. Did you place your initials behind your attorney initials?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are two boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
I also have a document that is titled Discovery Certification. And do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Mon, before you sign and initial these documents, did your attorney, Mr. Macon, go over these documents with you?
He went over them as we were going through. So yes.
Okay,
yes,
he
Your
went
Honor.
over the documents with you. Did you understand everything that Mr. Macon went over?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Mr. Mon, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
State offer States Exhibit 1, Your Honor.
No objection, Your Honor.
No objection. States Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. And Mr. Macon, you advised by counsel, Mr. Mon, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Mon, your attorney, Mr. Macon, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Mon, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargaining agreement?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
Your Honor, we'd ask the court for 12 months of deferred adjudication with a fine of $500, repayment of court costs, 40 hours of community service, the requirement of the interlock device, and the standard terms and conditions of probation for a DWI first.
Do we know his court costs? 92. 392. Okay, Mr. Ma, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus court costs of $392. You also be required to pay DWI conviction fine fee of $100. Now you'll be required to pay probation fee of $6,000 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. You also be required to pay Jefferson County DWI education and initial evaluation fee of $125. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Now, your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you are on probation, is $173 a month. Will you be able to pay the $173 each month?
Yes, sir.
You will also be required to perform 40 hours of community service, install an interlock device on any vehicle that's shown to operate, attend a completely DWI education class, have an alcohol assessment, and adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Mr. Mon, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, Your
Mr. Mon, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Mon, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Mr. Mon, this will conclude your case. You're going to stand at the end of that table. Yes.
I do have a question. So for my job or whatever, I go from like here to Lake Charles, like different plants or whatever, and
You need to,
am I able with the probation or whatever in order
you
to?
could talk to your probation officer about
Okay,
that.
okay.
Okay, now, you're gonna stand at the end of that table. Follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you're finished following the directions of the bailiff, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Mr. Macon, this is your only case. You're free to go as well. You have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Just an update for all of you loyal channel followers and members. Well, he's between contestants. So Dungeon Court, we usually do on Friday. I think they're having some technical difficulties of some kind. They only broadcast about 15 minutes and then it abruptly cut. And then there's just a new stream that's pending that they haven't started yet. But there's about 15 minutes worth, and I can show you that at the end of the show here. But just bear in mind, we probably won't get as much Dungeon Court as we usually get, unfortunately. But, you know, sometimes that happens. Let's go back to Judge Middleton.
All right, well, don't do any more dumb stuff, okay? Between now and then, I said to you, it's like you just don't care. Every time they see you driving, they're gonna pull you over. And we got two of these, 251254 and 25632 ST. We'll set last pre-trials in each cases, and we resolve them at some point.
I think.
All right, Mr. Cap, you're good to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I believe that
All
covers
right,
me.
thank you. Mr. George, you have more for me?
I have Mr. Wadley. He's
All
in
right.
custody.
All right. He's pleading to.
Just
no
as
loss.
charged, it's just
All
no
right.
loss.
We'll bring him in and get him out of his way, out of your way.
He's in custody for a probation violation, Your Honor, so I did advise him there would likely be time served.
We don't have Ross, we don't have Lori Hines, we don't have Casey Strong. I'm not sure how all that happened. Mr. Wadley is number 8. Thank you, John. Okay. Let's see how long Mr. Now, what are these? Are all Jordans, and we'll do those in a minute. Mr. Wadley has 32 days credit.
And he's on a probation violation, Your Honor. I believe he indicated that he'll be released on the 17th of this month, so he still has a little time.
817 looks like, yes, failed to appear, probation violation. Right? Tony, how you hanging in over there? Good morning, sir. You're John Franklin Wadley?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Wadley, we've met, but I needed to identify you for the record. I didn't want you to think I didn't remember you. You're charged with no operator's license, which in the scheme of things, of your other problems, is probably the least thing you have to worry about, but it's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. Carries 2 points on your license. I represented to your lawyer that I'm going to give you time served for this. You got 32 days credit. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you going to plead to that charge?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to that?
No, Your Honor.
Promise you anything?
No, Your Honor.
To understand that there won't be any trial if you plead to this charge.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's take a look at this. Now, I asked Community Mental Health to come out and see you at the jail. Have you been connected to the
Yes, Your Honor.
jail? All right, you seem much better today than the last time I saw you. After I saw you, I sent an email and asked the jail liaison to see you, and so you'd seem a lot better. Are you taking medication now?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Well, good. I know your parents were quite concerned too. I find this. There it is. All right, it says here that you were driving a, oh, that's the last lady, darn it. Trying to X these out as I finish them. There's so many things in here. There it is. June 30th, were you driving a car on Michigan Avenue and Silver Street without a valid license?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Remember where you were going?
Oh, yeah, my house. I had my permit, but I didn't have a licensed driver with me.
All right. You understand this may cost your permit for a period of time?
Yes, Your Honor.
32 days credit, 32 days. I'll waive the fine and waive your attorney fee with a minimum $125 state cost and crime victims' rights fee for 2 additional days, which will get swallowed up by the time you're doing. Make this concurrent with the PV, which is file number 24120FY. All right, Mr. Wadley.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Finish your cases, Mr. George?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, we have 27 for Jordan.
Wait a minute.
Are we ready to go?
He's going to be a plea. I tabbed in record sheet because I had to talk to him still.
All right, let's take a short break. I'll tell Pablo we're gonna start in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right, well, he takes a break, and I'm filming Ellie doing weird things so I can show you guys later. Let's go back to Miami-Dade for a minute.
With who, Your Honor, for the interpreter?
Alarcón Karen.
Thank you. Entonces, señor, se establece la fianza para los daños a la propiedad de $150 y $1,000 en cuanto a la agresión física, y además se le ordena que usted tiene que estar alejado de Alarcón Karen.
Matthew Miller. Mr. Miller, you're before the court charged with criminal mischief over $1,000, trespassing after warning, resisting without violence.
So I believe there's PC on everything. The defendant is listed as homeless. He has a recent prior for theft from May of this year. I also see priors out of Texas requesting a bond. State's request is $2,500 count 1 and $500 on 2 and 3.
Judge, Mr. Miller does not have funds for a bond. I would ask if you would consider the TAP program.
No, I don't want that. This lady's asking for stuff I don't want.
Okay, one moment.
The bond will be $2,500, $500, and $500. Carol McKay. The old adage applies. You can lead the horse to water, you can make him drink. I think the next person is Daryl McKay.
Judge, what was the ruling on Mr. Miller?
$2,500, $500, $500.
Okay. Thank you.
This gentleman, who's he here for?
Mr. McKay? Mr. McKay is present.
Good morning, Mr. McKay, or actually, good afternoon. You're charged with altering a firearm by removing the serial number, carrying concealed firearm, attempted possession of firearm under a domestic violation.
Ashley, bingo, congrats.
So Judge, and then there's the other case, which is possession of a short-barreled
Shotgun or machine gun, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so state's requesting a bond. The only PC issue I saw is for removing the serial number. I think it's a misdemeanor unless we can show that he's the one who actually removed the serial number.
Correct.
So state's request in case ending in 9-6 is 7,500. In 9-7, it would be 500, 2,500, and 500.
I find probable cause for the possession of a automatic weapon, which is essentially what you're charged with for having the extended magazine with the machine gun conversion device attached to the Glock. With regards to number 1 of 397, what was your recommendation, ma'am?
A misdemeanor bond, it would be 500.
Counts 2.
So it would
20.
be 500 count 1, 2,500 count 2, and 500 count 3.
So I will agree to that. 500 count 1, 2,500 count 2, count 3, 500, and on the other one already stated 7,500. Robert Brandenburg.
He's en route, Judge. Can we pass?
What was your question, ma'am?
Corrections needs to pass. They're working on getting him.
Brandenburg, you need a pass?
Right, corrections is trying to bring him forward. They need a second.
Gonna pass
Okay.
the 40, Judge. Mr. Brandenburg, we're gonna pass, and Mr. Alfred, we're gonna pass.
So we should be on Martinez Lambanino.
Sabanino, right.
Find out.
Bond out, okay? So corrections, is this Mr. Cardona before the court?
Should be, yes.
Kevin Cardano.
Mr. Cardona is present. We'll need the Spanish interpreter, please.
You're charged with dealing in stolen property, petty theft, two counts of each.
Muy bien, señor. Buenos días. Usted está enfrentando acusaciones de haber estado negociando con artículos hurtados y además de hurto en menor cuantía, 2 cargos por cada uno de estos.
These are added charges, state's recommendation on both cases, 5,000 count 1, 150 count 2.
Estas son acusaciones adicionadas. La recomendación en cuanto a fianza por parte de la Fiscalía es 5,000 y 150 respectivamente en ambos.
And I'll follow that recommendation. Your bonds are 5,000 on each first count and 150 on counts 2.
Muy bien, entonces yo voy a acatar esa recomendación. Su fianza, señor, queda 5,000 en ambas primeras acusaciones y además 150 en las segundas acusaciones.
And to stay away from Harbor Freight.
Y tiene que estar alejado, tiene una orden de alejamiento de Harbor Freight, la tienda Harbor Freight.
Matthew
Correction
Maradiaga.
to the hold for Broward.
Thank you.
Correction.
Matthew,
He's a Broward County fugitive. It's an added charge.
Además, correccionales corrobora de que usted tiene una retención por orden de fugitivo de parte del condado Broward.
Can I be a mean person? Why would we care?
Ms. Corey likes to know the whole picture.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
Matthew Mariaga.
This president speaks English.
Great. You're charged with burglary of a conveyance.
These are added charges, requesting standard bond of $2,500.
Your bond will be $2,500. Philip Jackson. Officers, I think we're waiting for Philip Jackson. Is he available? I truly don't know how you can get through these calendars with so much empty space.
Judge, if you want to go back on the ones that we passed, they are here.
Corrections,
Robert-
who do you want to call?
I mean, whoever
Brandon?
comes up to the podium, we will handle them if anybody
Okay.
wants to come up to the podium.
I think it's Mr. Brandenburg that they're bringing next. He's on page 13.
13.
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm doing well. I hope yours too.
Not really.
Well, I wouldn't be doing that well if I were wearing green and be in jail either. So
I just want to get home to my mother, man.
I feel your pain.
Thank you.
Corrections is an added charge.
Regrettably, you are out on bond on cases, and on July 21st,
I think these are added charges, Judge. Corrections, is that correct? Mr. Brandenburg, number 40.
yes, ma'am, they are. You're here on grand theft out of July 21st. Attempted vehicle theft of the motorcycle by cutting the box on the motorbike. I find probable cause.
Standard bond is $2,500.
Your new bond will be 2,500.
Is there a hold for division or is this an added charge?
I think it's added, right, corrections?
Oh, this out on bond, so I'll hold for the division with Judge Miranda.
Judge, he's already in custody. It's added charge.
You're just adding charges. That was on there.
Well, somebody, okay. Never mind. I'll stop reading the post-its. Jerry Allred.
Corrections, is he gonna be on Zoom?
Can't go anymore.
Or is he coming?
No, he's present.
Okay.
I realized that. Somebody was talking about Jerry Allred?
He's coming.
He's
Okay,
present, Judge. This is an added charge.
so Jerry Allred has this is an added charge?
Correct, Judge.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
So he was sentenced to life in prison. State's requested a $2,500 bond on this case.
I'll set a $2,500 bond on your added charge of criminal mischief by breaking the security camera. I believe the next person is Philip Jackson. How long ago?
So just to be clear about what I just heard, he's in prison for life. He broke a security camera and they gave a $2,500 bond on that. That's weird. I mean, I suppose procedurally there has to be like a bond set, but that's really, it's just odd to hear. I'm still currently monitoring Dungeon Court. The feed is going. Capper came out, dealt with one customer, took their soul and committed it to the damned, and then left. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but if I can show you something there, I will. But let's change it back up and let's go back to Judge Middleton for now.
Oh, Villa Fuerte Ramirez. Fourth. Right up to the podium, if you would. Good morning. This is file 251102. In this case, you're charged with operating while intoxicated. And your lawyer is asking for more time to work on this case, so we're going to set it for a final pretrial on a Thursday. Are you still at Parkway Street in LaGrange?
Yeah.
All right. You're free to go. We'll set a final pretrial. I can't tell that you owe me any money. I always try to remind people of that. But you're good to go, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Stay in contact with your lawyer. Maya Black. Good morning. I met you at your arraignment. Are you Maya Leah Black?
Lean, yes, sir.
And you told, I did the same thing last time.
Yes,
so
sir.
when you did
Sorry.
this- You're charged with driving with a suspended license. Jordan, what's the status here?
Your Honor, she's suspended on a civil judgment.
Oh, boy.
She did file a motion today, or is in the process of working on filing it today for installment payments. We're hopeful that with time, if she can get that set up, the prosecutor and I can reach an agreement that won't further suspend her privileges. And hopefully, if she does get that set up, the plaintiff in that civil judgment will lift any kind of lien or hold on her license so she can get that reinstated. So the plan is set it out, see what she can get paid on this judgment, and then hopefully we can work out a resolution.
Very good. One time there were 31 ways to get your driver's license suspended. There's probably more than that now. One of the most difficult is when you get sued and the party seizes your driver's license. The Secretary of State didn't do it, a private party did it. They're very hard to get unsuspended, but it does happen. So you're working on that. Are you still at the River Street Apartment 2?
Yes, sir.
All right. You stay in contact with your lawyer and good luck lifting that suspension.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. McLaughlin is also set. for
Yes,
the last.
Timothy Raymond McLaughlin. This is file number 251049. Mr. McLaughlin, you're charged with driving suspended. You got multiple prior ones. Let's see how much you owe me, if anything. Order. I don't see that you owe me anything. You're working on resolving this one?
Yes, Your Honor, there is no offer at the current time. We're just asking for additional time for me to continue negotiations with prosecuting attorney.
All right, one thing they could do is they could amend it up to driving suspended second. How'd you get here today?
I got drove.
Where's that person?
in the car.
Out in the parking lot?
Yep.
All right, let's make sure he didn't drive here. It's boring enough sitting in here. At least they can listen to the radio out in the car. Are you still at Thomas Street?
Yep.
All right, let's make sure he's got a driver. But I will set this for a final pretrial on a Thursday afternoon at 2:00.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're good to go.
Thursday.
We don't know yet. They'll send us the date now.
All right, is that the last of those?
I believe so. Everyone else is going to be a plea or is a no-show.
All right, let's keep plowing away.
Oh, sorry, I have one more. David Traddles. I apologize.
David Traddles?
Correct.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is David Richard Traddles, also charged with no valid operator's license. Again, you're working on resolving this one.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Traddles has been corrected with the Secretary of State. They require some information from his medical provider. Once we have that, hopefully we can get this straightened out and get a resolution.
So you got a medical issue?
No, it's for me, not the reason why I don't have my license is they want me to have a full physical to make sure, and it's been so long.
All right.
So they just want me to have a full physical done by a doctor.
All right, well, that gives your lawyer some wiggle room here to try to resolve this to help you get your license back.
Yeah.
Are you still at Fisher Lake Road?
Yep.
You live just down the street from me.
Yeah, I know.
So don't drive past my house.
I got you to get here.
Have somebody else drive it, okay? You got $475 of unpaid fine on a use of a controlled substance. Are you paying on that?
Yeah, I've been paying all my fines and costs off.
All right, looks like you're on a payment plan.
Yeah, I thought I was paid. I thought I was all the way paid off.
No, stop out at the counter and see the ladies out there regarding that.
Okay, okay.
All right, otherwise you're good to go.
I
Thank
think
you, Your Honor. All right, now I think that was my last.
All right. What?
You're doing a plea, right?
Blue shirts refusing to come back in and speak.
He does want to come back in. Did he drive? Does he have a driver?
Joe's, but I don't know if he's got a driver or not. I suspect no.
Yes. I don't care whether he refuses. Tell him I want to speak to him.
Say that again, sir?
Tell him I want to speak to him.
Okay.
Yeah, just come up to the podium for a minute.
We checked both sides. There's no car out there waiting for him.
Okay,
And at the point I tried to get him to come back in, he was gonna refuse.
okay.
Was not refusing. I just don't understand why I can't go if I'm not out there.
All right. Return to the matter of Timothy Raymond McLaughlin, file number 251049. Mr. McLaughlin is charged with driving suspended, has multiple previous driving suspended, and the court has a strong suspicion that he drove to court today and lied to me about it.
That's crazy as heck.
All right. All right. You indicated you had a driver waiting out in the parking lot. And that person apparently isn't here. Who brought you here?
My girlfriend,
All right, what's her name?
Danielle,
All right, where is she?
she's probably getting something to eat. Been here since 8:30.
Yeah, it's a long morning. All right. If you are still driving, it makes anything your lawyer's trying to do for you very difficult. And it makes it likely that you're going to go to jail. And they don't let people be trustees and mow the grass anymore. So stop driving if you are. If you're not, don't worry about it. I have a suspicion, both in the way you said it and the way things played out, that you don't have a driver waiting for you. So you have a seat, and when your girlfriend comes to pick you up, you can go with her.
Can you watch the cameras
Yeah,
as she pulls up then?
you can wait out there.
Perfect.
All right. Security, this person is supposed to be sitting outside, unable to leave. By outside, I mean in the hallway. All right, sir, you've been waiting a long time. I'm going as fast as I can. And this is file number 251108 SD, People versus Julian Ellsworth Marquez. That's you, sir?
Yeah.
Now, you and I, this is deja vu all over again, because I just did this in January, but you're charged with driving while intoxicated. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail. Actually, you're charged with a high blood alcohol level, which is punishable by up to 180 days in jail, fine of up to $750, 6 points on your driver's license, and a suspension of your driving privileges. This. There it is. It's alleged that on April 20th, you were driving at Edgewater with a blood alcohol of 0.10% or more. Jordan, what's the plea offer here?
Your Honor, the prosecuting attorney has agreed to dismiss all charges in exchange for a plea to OWI as a first offense.
All right, so reduce it as a possible second, and reduce it to an OUIL first.
Correct.
You understand?
Yeah.
Repeat that. He did not. Other than that, anybody promise you anything
No.
or threaten you?
No.
Stand by. I was on that, Judge. It was verified on camera. He did not drive. Okay, he's free to go. 117, you can leave. All right, you did give me an advice of rights. I'm giving those up by entering this plea. What were you drinking?
Beer and a little bit of liquor.
Fight in the parking lot. Another girl got arrested. Well, this affidavit doesn't even apply to you. It's about some girl named Alicia Sanchez Wilson.
She's listed in the report, Your Honor.
I think they put the wrong affidavit of probable cause in here.
There were several people. I believe one of the witnesses is on a probation right now.
What was your blood alcohol level?
I'm not sure.
He refused a breathalyzer. They did a blood draw and it was 0.24.
Oh, my. Are you still on probation on the January case?
I'm not on probation for that.
All right. Well, there's a lot of red flags here. You got arrested, you got sentenced in January, you got arrested in April. Your blood alcohol's 3 times the legal limit. How old are you?
22.
Oh, that's scary. Jordan, we set you for September 15th.
Mhm.
Does that work for this also?
Yes, Your Honor.
We got some serious exploration to do here. One option is to give you a big giant jail sentence. Another option is to figure out what we need to do. I don't think you're mature enough for sobriety court, but this is scary stuff. I want you to take this copy out to the counter. We're gonna do the sentence on September 15th at 11 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. McWatters. Have a seat there with your lawyer.
Your Honor, Mr. McWatters had indicated earlier today that he was interested in taking the plea offer. He did call to me from the galley and indicate he's not so sure on that now. He unfortunately wants a guarantee on no jail, and that's not something I can provide.
Well, let's talk about it here for a minute. Let me finish with Mr. Marquez. Mr. McWatters, you and I go back a long ways. Yes, and you've been here a number of times over the years for one thing or another. But the law has changed. There's a presumption that the court is supposed to enforce or accept, that there's a presumption that it's not a jail sentence. I don't always agree with that. In fact, very often don't. But the court has to start with that presumption. I don't know what you did yet until you tell me. The complaint alleges that on or about November 8th, you stole some food from the Eagles Club. I would contact that as not the crime of the century. You also destroyed a metal can that belonged to the Eagles Club. What is the plea offer? Plead to larceny and dismiss the...
Correct, plea to larceny under 200 with the dismissal of count 2.
I think you did some jail. You got arrested on the 27th. You posted. You did 1 day in jail. So that sounds about sufficient for me. The affidavit says that you took $121 worth of stuff out of the freezer, which is more than a little bit. Said you don't remember it.
I don't remember that.
All right. Well,
I do remember.
All right. Okay. I'm going to order that you pay restitution.
Yes. Well,
And All right, so are you willing to plead to the fact that you stole $121 of food from the Eagles Club?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you to get you to do that?
No,
Or promise you anything?
no, Your Honor.
And I will say, Your Honor, in discussing this with Mr. Robert, his office was not taking any kind of position on additional jail time, so we would ask for time served and fines.
I do have $100 of cash bond. That'll go a ways to paying the restitution. Did you give me an advice or rights on this one?
Your Honor, I didn't just go and steal the food. There was something behind it. So,
All right, what was behind it?
the day before, I've been homeless and staying in a homeless camp behind Walmart. The St. Joe County Sheriff's Department came over there and as my witness, my mother was there too. I spent $170 on groceries and they threw it in the garbage. They threw everything I owned in the garbage. So there's, I don't know, 10 people that are hungry. Everybody's hungry. Everybody got their food threw in the garbage. And that's why I did that, because we were hungry. I know it's not right and my thinking was wrong, but we were hungry.
All right. Where are you living now?
I'm still homeless. I'm getting ready to leave the state, I would hope, and go to Arkansas where my daughter and grandkids are.
Do you have any source of income?
I work, I do pre-work here and there. So I don't make a lot of money, but I survive. So.
All right. You've got an old unpaid traffic ticket also.
I never knew that. I thought my dad paid it before he died.
1-7 failed display of valid license. All right. Who posted your $100 bond?
My mother did.
Can I apply that to his fines? I'll call it 2 days jail credit, 2 days. Fine is 0. There's a $75 crime victims' rights fee, a $50 state minimum fee.
Would you waive the attorney fee, Your Honor?
I guess so.
Thank you.
And a $121 restitution to the Eagles.
I'll pay that right away. We'll get right on to it.
125 plus 121 is 246. Minus $100 bond is $146. Defendant also owes $200. Put you on a payment plan.
Thank you.
There was also a cut to the chain and a padlock. Let me see if there's a restitution request in here. I want to make that $150 to the Eagles Club. So that's $300. $275.
That's a grand total, Your Honor, of what I owe.
You owe $175
I'll
plus
get right up there.
$200.
Never knew I owed the 200 because they took my driver's license. And,
Yeah, you got them. One of the reasons.
and then they gave it back to me though, so I thought my
They
dad
changed the
paid it.
rules. You used to couldn't get your driver's license until you paid your fine.
Right, that's what made me think my dad had paid it before he died and didn't tell me.
No, that's unlikely. All right, well, I want you to go out to the counter and set up a payment plan for all of this.
I will, and I'll pay it real quickly.
All right, very good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, man.
All right, Mr. McWaters, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
They're gonna hand it on.
So we only have a few minutes left, so we'll probably just finish up with Judge Middleton, but I did want to show you, this is the live feed from Dungeon Court, and correct me if I'm wrong, but somehow it's creepier when it's empty. Oh, no, there goes some old man. But even he's like, I'm out of here, I can't do this alone. I don't know. And there's still that background noise. Just that little bit of a hum that's just off-putting. I don't know. Well, anyways, let's finish up with Judge Middleton for today.
Good morning, you're Stephanie Ann Vine.
Morning.
You've been waiting here a long time. It's been a long morning for all of us. The allegation is that you committed a domestic assault. So Laura. Okay. And Clarence. I think, did you take it out? Clarence's file?
He was handed something, maybe he has to.
Oh, I shouldn't have handed it to him.
Oh,
I'd never do that, but
he had a big packet, so.
I gave him the file by mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't give the files to the defendant. I'm losing my focus. All right, Ms. Fine, we talked about this at your arraignment. You're charged with assaulting Danica Struckman, a resident or former resident of your household.
Yes, sir.
The prosecutors agreed to reduce that to a charge of disturbing the peace. They did one of these earlier today. Disturbing the peace doesn't matter who was right or wrong or who started it, but was there a quarrel, argument, or disturbance in a public place? You posted a $200 bond.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, did anyone promise you anything to get you to plead to this?
No, Your Honor, I'm just trying to get to work right now, and this is taking forever, and I'm already late.
I'm sorry. Where do you work?
American Axle.
I've been working overtime to provide for my family.
Very good. All right, tell me what happened that day.
I was at work, I was coming home, and my stepdaughter's boyfriend at the time, belittling me on the phone and stuff, and I know she had everything to do with it because she always knows, and he kept doing it and doing it and doing it, and I gave her 30 days to get a job the day before. She didn't even try, because I was trying to be nice to her, and then when he went off on me, it brought back my childhood memories of when I was bullied, and I just couldn't take it anymore.
This is your stepdaughter?
Yeah.
Are you all still in the same house?
No.
How long were you in jail?
1 day.
One day jail credit, 1 day. Who moved out, you or her?
She did.
So this is your house on Garfield Court?
It's a house that me, my mom, my stepdad, and my wife rent. I'm helping him get through his cancer treatment.
Those are very expensive houses out there. It's a nice neighborhood, close to work.
Yes.
All right.
Your Honor, if possible to waive an attorney's fee in this one too.
You've earned it. She works at American Axle. She can afford to pay the attorney fee. $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, a $50 state minimum fee, and $150 attorney fee. That's $350. You've applied $200 of bond, so you owe $150. I'll give you 30 days to pay that. Can you pay that by September 1st?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you need more time, just tell me.
I've just been taking care of, Steve McMaster. I take care of him because of his cancer treatment. You're going to make me pay even more?
Yes. I have. The actual cost of your lawyer was much more than $150. You have a full-time job. You posted a $200 bond.
Well, I didn't have a choice because I had to get back to work, sir.
All right. Well, you've got 30 days to pay that and you're free to go. Mr. McMasters, good luck to you.
Sure.
All right, friends, it is that time, unfortunately, but I'll leave you with the kittens here so you can kind of take a look at them as we work our way out today. Hope you all had fun this week. I know I did. It's been a great week interacting with all of you. We finally got the sidebar show to work last night. If you haven't seen that, go to the channel and check that out. It's been great. So we'll be live tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It will be our inaugural game night, so that should be fun. If you're into watching old people play mediocre video games, we're the place to be. Now we should have fun. And maybe in a week or two I'll break out my racing rig and we'll try that because that's where I really excel. But should be fun. Again, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific tomorrow night. And then we'll, of course, be back on Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, half an hour early for channel members. Please do have yourself a great weekend, whatever it is that you're doing. Enjoy yourselves. Take care and God bless.